Welcome to Premier Sports Talk. We are live in the studio, bringing you the sports talk show for the people. Let's dive in.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk, and I'm giving you a Premier drop. Today is day 3 up there in Cleveland at the training camp, up at the facility, and running back coach Duce Staley, who played for the Philadelphia Eagles and my Pittsburgh Steelers, is speaking to the press today. And what are we going to hear? We're going to hear about a thunder and lightning approach for this year's Browns backfield. So I figured I'd get in here, give you this press conference from Duce Staley, the running back coach from the Cleveland Browns. I hope you enjoy it. I will be following this later today with a day 3 recap like I did yesterday. When the practice is over, I'll be coming back. So be looking for that day 3 Cleveland Browns recap video. All right. I'm about to give it to you. Let me know where you're watching from. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. And I hope you enjoy.
How would you say Quinshon's look? I mean, it looks, at least from our view, like exactly the same Quinshon that we remember from pre-injury.
Yeah, that's because there's no pass on. No, I must admit, he's been working his ass off to try to get back to what he was. He's been doing a great job of rehab. The trainers are doing a great job. With him, and he's been fully committed to get back.
When you think about his rookie year, what did you see that impressed you the most, and then thought to yourself, this is where he needs to get better?
It starts in the room with his focus and concentration, second to none. You know, he's a sponge. He wants to learn more. He wants to get more. It's just been, you know, really good to get him in the room, to show him looks, and maybe he went out there and failed. But the next time you saw it, he corrected himself, and he did well.
Todd Monken was able to kind of put together some.
Sorry?
Todd Monken was able to put together some really good rushing offenses. And Baltimore obviously is going to look a little different with this personnel. But how do you think that scheme can maybe bring out a bit more from Quinshon?
Yeah. First, you got to understand, as a new head coach walking in the building, what's on his mind. You know, starts with the offensive line, of course, to see he evaluates to see what he has, both defensive line and offensive line. But you start with offense just to see what he has, and then once you get that evaluation over with, that tells you what you can do. So it's kind of, you know, it's levels to it. So it starts there, and then you start to see what you can do. Then you put the icing on the cake a little bit later.
What do you think, assuming he is healthy, the jump that Quinshon can make?
Assuming who's healthy?
Judkins. So, assuming he's healthy, what kind of jump can he make from his first year to his second year?
I mean, you know, you saw what he was able to do last year. Missed a couple weeks or a couple days in training camp. Still was able to come back, adjust, was in great shape. He's in great shape now. I think the sky's the limit. You know, I tell you one thing, I'm going to push him and find out.
How about for Sampson? What are you looking for in his second year as well?
You know, Dylan's been really good. You know, I always start with the classroom, because if you can teach them and they can learn at a rapid pace, they can go out there and show it on the field. And he's one of those guys that take pride in learning fast and also teaching others. So he has the playbook down already. Now he has to go out there and just stay healthy and showcase his talent.
Behind Quinshon and Dylan, there's like no real maybe like concrete number 3 running back.
You said that? Did you say that?
Well,
Did you say that? Go ahead. I'm gonna get him over here. I'm sorry.
But what type of skills are you building for that third guy, whether it's Imani or even somebody else on the roster?
You know, it's a good question. because you're always looking for three good backs to go into the season with. I look for a mixture. Okay, we got Samp, who I'll call Lightning. We got Q, who I'll call Thunder. And now I want a mixture of both. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So you take whatever you get. If you got a guy that's like Samp, who's a little bit smaller, that can go out there and continue to run routes and make plays that way, you get him. If you got a guy that's a little bit bigger, like Monty, that can go out there and make plays like Q, you get him. So, it's open.
Hey, right before his injury last year, he started really coming alive in the passing game, getting into year two. Where do you see that taking him being that true dual threat?
Yeah, it starts with protection first in the passing game, especially now in this offense. You want to run the ball, you want to protect the whole line, and you want to be able to run it and pass it off of action. So he's been very good in the offseason, understand protection part of it first. And then here comes the screen and here comes the routes. I think that Q can play all three downs. I don't even think, that's a question. He just got to focus and get his mind right.
I feel like when we talk to some of the players, they always mention Todd's intensity on the field, but he's also like a great relationship builder off the field. Just from these first couple practices, what have you noticed about the intensity and the energy out there?
It's been next level. I love it because that's me. I'm the same way. So just to be able to see it from him, and he brings a lot of energy, not only to the field, in the building, he brings a lot of energy. So, and the guys gravitate towards that. They love it. They love to see it and, of course, feel it. And it's real and it's genuine. So no matter if it's good or bad, you're going to get that from Todd, which I love.
What's exciting for you then to have a coach that comes in and matches your energy and intensity?
I mean, it's exciting for me to have somebody that's screaming and hollering and doing the same stuff I'm doing, because I'm screaming and I'm hollering. So when I got somebody like the head coach doing the same thing, it's tag team.
What does it mean for you, Duce, that there was a lot of changeover on the offensive staff, but Todd thought, hey, I'm keeping this guy?
It means a lot. It means a lot from Todd and, of course, the organization. It tells you what they think about me. So I take pride in that, and I'm just ready to work.
Like last year when we talked about Dylan before the season, we thought he might be able to be one of those guys that gets the ball a bunch. Like, do you still feel if something happened to Q that he could fill in that role, or do you see him more as that third down change?
Without a doubt, he could fill that role. Yep, I don't even second guess about that. If something did happen to our Q or whoever it is, I'll put Dylan in there and we'll continue to roll. Thanks, guys.
Seemed like he took the mantle last year at the end of the year, took advantage of the opportunity. How do you feel about him sort of taking that next step?
He understood his role, and one thing about this league, being able to get in this league and be able to play in this league for a long time, you have to understand your role. And when an opportunity is presented, you got to take advantage of it. He did exactly that.
You just got one more about the fullback. How have you had like a true fullback the last couple of years? How does that change things for you? Do you like having that guy?
I love it, especially in today's defenses where you see the linebackers getting smaller and smaller. All right. And the linebackers are getting smaller and smaller so they can run with number 3, cover number 3, and cover some of these receivers. Well, when you face a defense like that and you got a fullback that can go in there and crack a couple heads, it makes you feel good. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
So there you have it, y'all. We just heard from Duce Staley, running back coach for the Cleveland Browns. He said some key things there. He wants that thunder and lightning approach for the Cleveland Browns, the thunder being Quinshon Judkins, the lightning being Dylan Sampson. He's primarily a third down back for receiving yards. But as he said, if Q was to go down, he knows Dylan Sampson is capable of going in and backing him up and performing well in the game. He also said that he loved Coach Todd Monken and the energy that he brings. And he don't mind the shouting from Coach Todd Monken because it keeps the players accountable. And Duce Staley said he's a shouter, and he keeps his running back room accountable. So you all tell me what you think. Now, just to give you a little history on Duce Staley, like I said before, he had a very successful running back career. Not only did he play running back for the Philadelphia Eagles, he also played running back with my Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right. And now he's a running back coach. And if y'all didn't know this, he was on Kevin Stefanski's staff. The coach is gone, but the current coaching staff, Todd Monken, thought highly enough of Duce Staley to keep him as the running back coach. Now, with this new staff for the Cleveland Browns. He deserves it. I liked him when he was a player, both with the Eagles and, of course, with the Steelers. And I love him as a running back coach. He motivates his players. He truly does. So I just wanted to get in where I fit in, like I always like to say, give you this premier drop on Duce Staley speaking about his QB room. And like I said, later today, I'll be coming on giving you a day 3 Browns recap. And just to give you a little prelude, is yesterday, Shedeur Sanders took reps with the number 1 team. Today, it was Deshaun Watson's turn. Just like he threw interceptions on the first day of practice, Shedeur didn't throw no interceptions yesterday. He had some procedural calls. Anytime the offensive line jumps offside, they want to blame it on the quarterback. I truly don't agree with it. That's lack of discipline on the offensive line. Not paying attention to whatever the cadence is to move on the right snap of the ball. And then today, so you know, proud of me dropping the recap, Deshaun Watson threw another interception. But somehow they want to say Watson's in the lead. So out of 3 days of camp, Shedeur Sanders, no interceptions. There's been some procedural calls, meaning the, wide receivers illegal motion, offensive line jumping off sides. But in 3 days, to my knowledge, Watson, and I heard it was a horrible interception, he has 3 interceptions. Shedeur has none. I hope you appreciate this short little video feed. Again, I'm Double P. Like, subscribe, and share. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so anytime I drop a live video, you'll get the notification. And you can tap in where your seats already be reserved. Peace, and I'll see y'all on the next one.